Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, or possibly good night. Depends where you're listening from. My name's Adam Christopher. Sorry about that. My name is Adam Christopher Chaplin. I'm the CEO of D5 I also am now the only founder of Dig, as we've had to get rid of a guy called Jacob. I won't go to that anymore till tomorrow if he hasn't paid his money back. And if he hasn't paid his money back by tomorrow, Jacob, we'll be seeing you soon. Anyway, all him aside, so we have DeFi, fully operational, ready to go, with lots and lots of developers that want to record their property on the blockchain. Now, as we know, I'm a CEO, so I front the company, I get the funds together, I do the PR, and I have a technical team that do all the technical stuff. I'm not saying I don't understand it. What I'm saying is I work to my strengths. So, it was suggested to me 2.5 years ago, the best way to do the property was to put it on a chain. Now, not being a PhD in having a PhD in blockchain, I listened to the experts and said, okay, let's do that. How much is it going to cost? Nothing, I was told. It would pay for itself. It's going to be a chain, be run all over the world, validators would pay for it, and it would give more cash flow for DeFi and Dig to expand. So I thought, oh, well, nothing, that's a good price. Had a chat with one of my Vietnamese partners. We'd already built DeFi. I think we were up to nearly like 25 cents at the time, which may not sound like a huge amount, but the market cap was over, well, just over 700 million at the time, down to about 3.5 cents at the moment. Don't worry about that, we're going to pick that back up again. So anyway, Dig was starting to be built, but it wasn't. We were lied to. They started a little bit of it and did a little bit of work. How do I know this? Well, I had my son working in the office, so I got all the reports back. He's not a snitch. He's just telling me that they were quite happy to take the money. Not everybody in Notional, I'm talking about a certain guy. They were happy to take the money, but they were doing nothing, okay? I was getting a little bit angry after a year or so. So after 2 years and mega patience, watching Jacob build his company up with all the money I gave him to build Dig, because by the way, when I met him, he had an iPhone 6 or whatever it was, and that was cracked. Anyway, long story short, I thought we'll go into business together, we'll get Dig done. Dig is not being built. What we're going to do is this. Dig actually was a really stupid idea from a technical point of view, because each time you sell a property, whether that be a flat, an apartment, a house, each country has its own set of rules. So maybe you can own it outright, maybe you can lease it, maybe you can lease back through land, maybe it's a property deal through a company, maybe the lease is shorter than you want it to be, blah, 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 blah. So each property has its own merit, and the only way you can do it is raise what they call a fungible token. Fungible. Oh, I hate that word. Just means something with value, a token with value. Oh, look at that, Jacob, still thinking that people actually believe a word he says. Anyway, long story short, so Dig, okay, could not have worked anyway, really, not properly. It would have been very expensive to run and maintain, and it was from the advice of a lunatic. However, we built DeFi so you could make your own fungible tokens. Now, the mistake I made, my choice, was putting it on the Binance chain. At the time, the Binance chain was a great chain. Everyone was on Binance. It's getting loads of attention. It was a fast chain. Everybody trusted it. But in the end, again, we used Binance for Traveller. They were great. In the end, Binance don't even answer an email. You can spend $1.5 million going on the exchange and they won't even speak to you. $18,000 into their charity, not a word, yeah? So I quickly worked out that Binance only looks after their own deals. Now, if they buy into you, that's great, that's fine, because that's their own deal. But if you're independent and you go on Binance, the costs are just ridiculous. Advertising, over $1 million. Going on the exchange, $1.5 million this is. Go below a certain amount of volume, kicked off the exchange. And when we started looking at it, what we found was the only successful projects on Binance were Binance projects. So, we're going to come off Binance. We're just in the process now of picking the chain we're going to go on to. But basically, it's going to come off Binance. It's going to go onto a chain that we like and we trust and actually works very well, isn't just hype. I'm talking through that now with some very high qualified CTOs and people I trust at the top level of tech. One of the original guys from Microsoft's involved as well, who knows more about it than me. So we're looking at the chain. So we're going to take all of DeFi, put it onto another chain. All right, it won't affect the people that own DeFi. People that own Dig before will be reimbursed with DeFi tokens. Now, the price at the moment is very low because nobody's opened a shop. Nobody's opened a shop because the reality is, if you're just selling a few things, it's quite a lot of work and people just can't be bothered. They just want to see the coin pump. I get that, all right? I also want to see coin pumps and token pumps and blah, 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 blah. But from the beginning, we always set out, we always said we would build something that would monetize and make its own money, as in like Traveller. And now we're going to do Dig and DeFi with property. So if you're a property developer and you're making 50, 200, maybe $500,000 on a property, you're more than happy to go onto a DeFi site, open your own shop up, record that non-fungible token and use that as a proof of a sale in countries like Thailand, Laos or Vietnam, or less trusted countries if you want. It's also very good for governments to record all their property movements. So we have been a lot slower than we wanted to be. We just missed that bull run, but the next one's at the end of this year or early 2025. I know there's a lot of hype now being told that we're here now, here we go, be careful. I don't see this as a real run at all. I see this as let's get people looking at crypto again, but the real run will not be till the end of the year, beginning of the year. So go and buy some of your altcoins. Go and buy now where they're so cheap it's ridiculous. Buy a couple of safe ones, a couple of Bitcoin if you can, a little bit of Ethereum, 10 altcoins. Buy as much as DeFi as you can, because I'm telling you now, we're getting this over the line. Oh, and also for DeFi holders, each time properties are sold on that platform, which is basically just like any other DApp, you will get a percentage of that each year as a kickback as well. So rather than just owning a token that we hope goes up, we're going to give you a kickback because we have an SEC license, okay, which means we KYC properly. Anyway, that's a long, short video. There's lots of building going on. Myself personally, since I've been on the treatment, went from, how can I put this, not being very well to basically being gorgeous again. No, not gorgeous, maybe not gorgeous, but full of energy, ready to go, what's the word I'm looking for? Oh, ready to go, that's the word. Ready to go, reinvigorated, that's the word, I'm reinvigorated, I am. I'm really looking forward to this year. Got some really big people involved, like Ritz-Carlton, like Marriott and Sheraton. The Marriott Club as well contacted me yesterday, because before, when you bought property, in order to own it deed and strata title, in other words, in your own name, you're looking at property sort of $500,000 and above. We've got property for the golden ticket owners, for the people that own the golden ticket. So if you own the golden ticket, please pay attention. We've got property you can buy from $20,000 to $40,000 right on a beach in Thailand. Absolute luxury, yeah? But you have to be a golden ticket owner. If you're not quite sure what it was, give me a tingle. I'll let you know whether you are or whether you're not. Basically, all the early investors, the angel investors, are golden ticket holders. Everybody else can apply. Terms and conditions to apply, but basically it gives you a right to buy deed and starter title, locked on the blockchain, luxury at prices that are literally unbelievable. Right, 10 minutes short video. Have a great day. Thank you for listening. And remember, we don't stop till we've got the job done.